Roberto Duran's inside fighting techniques. Mastery in the ring. Have you ever wondered what makes a boxer not just good, but great? What separates the champions from the contenders, the legends from the forgotten? It's not just about strength, speed, or stamina. It's about technique, strategy, and the will to win. Today, we delve into the world of Roberto Duran, a man whose name is synonymous with boxing excellence, particularly when it comes to inside fighting. Known as Manos de Piedra or Hands of Stone, Duran's approach to the sweet science was nothing short of revolutionary. Join us as we explore the intricate inside fighting techniques that made Roberto Duran a boxing legend. Before we start the video, please subscribe to our channel to stay updated about our latest updates. Roberto Duran. The fighter Roberto Duran's boxing career spanned 5 decades, from the 1960s through the early 2000s. During this time, he captured world titles in 4 different weight classes, a testament to his skill, adaptability, and indomitable spirit. But what truly set Duran apart was his mastery of inside fighting, a style of boxing that demands not only physical prowess, but also a deep understanding of angles, timing, and psychological warfare. The essence of inside fighting is a close quarters battle. It's about getting inside your opponent's reach, breaking down their defenses, and landing powerful, decisive blows. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy that requires courage, resilience, and a keen mind. Duran excelled in this aspect, turning what many viewed as mere brawling into an art form. Footwork and positioning. Duran's inside game began with his footwork. Unlike many fighters who rely on speed and agility, Duran's movements were deliberate and calculated. He used subtle shifts in weight and small steps to position himself within his opponent's guard, often before they realized he had moved. This positioning was crucial, as it allowed him to control the fight and dictate the pace. Body work. Once inside, Duran unleashed a torrent of body shots. These punches weren't just powerful, they were precise, aimed at weakening his opponent's body over the course of the fight. Duran's body work was a key component of his strategy, sapping his opponent's strength, slowing them down, and opening up opportunities for more devastating attacks. Defense and counter-punching. Duran's defense on the inside was as impressive as his offense. He had an innate ability to anticipate his opponent's moves, slipping punches with minimal movement and using their momentum against them. His counter-punching was sharp and swift, often catching his opponents off guard and capitalizing on their mistakes. Psychological warfare. Perhaps Duran's most formidable weapon was his psychological warfare. He was a master at getting into his opponents' heads, using a combination of taunts, unrelenting pressure, and an intense, unwavering gaze to break their will. Duran's presence in the ring was imposing, and his ability to demoralize his opponents before delivering the knockout blow was unparalleled. Training and discipline. Behind Duran's success in the ring was an unwavering commitment to training and discipline. He honed his skills relentlessly, understanding that the key to mastering inside fighting was not just physical strength, but mental toughness and strategic acumen. Duran's training regimen was rigorous, focusing on stamina, agility, and power, ensuring that he could maintain his aggressive style throughout the most grueling of fights. The art of clinching. Contrary to what many might think, clinching is not merely a defensive tactic or a way to catch a breather. For Duran, it was an offensive weapon. Duran mastered the art of clinching to disrupt his opponent's rhythm, control their movements, and set up powerful short-range punches. He used the clinch to impose physical dominance, often steering his opponents into vulnerable positions where he could land devastating hooks and uppercuts. Angles and leveraging. Duran's ability to find and exploit angles was unparalleled. He didn't just come forward, he attacked from the sides, using lateral movements to create openings. This skill allowed him to land punches from positions where his opponents couldn't see them coming. Duran understood the importance of leverage, how to position his feet and pivot his body to maximize the power of his punches, especially in tight spaces. The jab as a tool, while Duran is celebrated for his ferocious power and aggressive inside fighting, his use of the jab was a critical component of his arsenal. Duran's jab was not just a setup tool. It was a weapon that he used to control the distance, disrupt his opponent's timing, and open up paths for his inside attack. His ability to throw a jab from various angles and with different rhythms made his approach unpredictable and difficult to counter. Head movement and defense. Duran's head movement was another key element of his inside fighting success. He was incredibly adept at slipping punches by making small, efficient movements with his head and upper body. This not only made him a difficult target, but also allowed him to stay close to his opponents, maintaining the pressure and staying in a position to strike. The psychological aspect. Building on the earlier mention of psychological warfare, Duran's mental game extended beyond intimidation. He was a master at reading his opponents, identifying their weaknesses, and exploiting them. Duran could adjust his strategy on the fly, adapting to the flow of the fight and the tactics of his opponent. His mental resilience was as much a weapon as his physical skills. Endurance and stamina. Duran's fights often went into the later rounds, where his superior conditioning became evident. His training focused heavily on building the endurance and stamina needed to maintain his high-intensity fighting style throughout the entirety of a fight. This relentless pressure often wore his opponents down, leading to mistakes that Duran capitalized on. Legacy and influence. Roberto Duran's impact on boxing extends far beyond his impressive record. He redefined what it meant to be an inside fighter, blending power, precision, and psychology into a formidable package. Today, fighters across all weight classes study Duran's techniques, looking to incorporate his inside fighting strategies into their own arsenals. Roberto Duran's legacy is not just that of a champion, but of a visionary who transformed the art of boxing. His inside fighting techniques, marked by impeccable footwork, devastating body work, and unparalleled psychological warfare, set a new standard in the sport. Duran showed us that with the right combination of skill, strategy, and spirit, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. As we reflect on Duran's contributions to boxing, we're reminded that greatness in the ring is not just about physical attributes. It's about the heart, the mind, and the will to achieve excellence. Duran's journey from the streets of Panama to the pinnacle of boxing greatness is a testament to the power of determination, discipline, and the relentless pursuit of mastery. So, whether you're a budding boxer, a seasoned fighter, or simply a fan of the sport, take a moment to appreciate the genius of Roberto Duran. Study his fights, learn from his techniques, and most importantly, apply the lessons of his inside fighting to your own battles, both in and out of the ring. And with that, we wrap up our exploration of Roberto Duran's inside fighting techniques. If you found this journey through boxing history as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the sweet science. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight.